Hey guys, what's going on? This is Jay from the JCast Podcast coming at you with another video. I want to talk about real quick about the issue that happened with Sony and their newly released game called Concord. I'm sure by now everybody's heard of it. Basically, Concord was another one of these battle royale games similar to Fortnite, similar to Call of Duty, and I think Overwatch. And as a lot of you already know, it came out and then 2 weeks later, Sony had to pull the plug on it because it was not selling. And I want to kind of shed light on what happened here. The game, before we even get to the political aspects of it, the whole inclusivity and diversity nonsense, before we even get there, the game already had issues against it, being that it was competing against Call of Duty, was competing against Fortnite. And it was also charging $40, right? Fortnite and Call of Duty, as far as I know, are battle royale games that are free to play. Free, right? Concord wasn't. It was $40. So why would anybody, especially if you're enjoying Fortnite or Call of Duty, why would anybody spend $40 to play a game that has similar mechanics, right? But some people might be like, well, who knows? The game might be good. Let's see. Let's see some of the previews. And immediately, you kind of start noticing an issue here. The characters, they had the characters looking as you would expect them to look for a game that wants to be inclusive and diverse and blah, 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 blah. So basically, the characters were lackluster. They were not as cool looking as some of the characters in Call of Duty or Fortnite or whatever other type of games that are similar. So you get to pay $40 to play a video game with no cool looking characters and an agenda already pushed behind it. People are just gonna be like, I don't want to be anywhere near this. And as a result, what ended up happening, that I think it had 126 players, right at launch time playing online. Nobody was going to play it. Nobody wants to be lectured to. And now you want me to pay $40 to do the same exact thing I'm doing with other games that are free to play. And you're going to lecture me on top of that. And you're going to have characters that nobody cares about. You know, like, I encourage some of you guys to take a look at some of the characters that they had. And you know what? We might even put the characters on screen so you guys can take a look at them. But ultimately, the game overall did not do good, and Sony had to kind of pull the plug on it. I'm not sure if they're reimbursing the people who bought the game, the 146 people who bought the game. I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that, but basically, a lot of people were kind of angry about it. A specific group of people were angry about it, and they wanted to blame a group of demographics for the games, for the game not doing well. And it's like, hey, listen, if you start by lecturing the demographics you want to buy the game and they don't buy the game, you can't be upset about them, right? It's the same thing that happened with G4 TV. When G4 TV launched like 3 years ago, 3 years ago, and the lady's name, Frost, opens up the monologue by insulting your 98% of your demographics. Well, nobody's going to participate in that. Right? And you can beat your chest thinking like, yeah, I sure told them, and you can enjoy the immediate victory. But then what comes after that is like, okay, well, now you have nobody supporting your platform, now you have nobody supporting your game, now you have nobody supporting your show, and it collapses. Right? And so as a result, you have to pull the plug. You have to pull the plug on it. So the bottom line is this, and it's a lesson that people just don't want to incorporate into their model. If you're selling a product, okay, you shouldn't insult the demographics that are most likely to buy your products. And in an age where information is highly available, there is no excuse for you to not know who's the demographics that buys your product. Now, you might be thinking, oh, if we add, a diversity and inclusion into our product, we could expand, right? We could expand our demographics. And I understand that to a certain extent, but that should be in addition to the product, not the face of the product, right? You want that as an addition, as an option, right? So as a result, you know, and people are just not gonna buy it just for the. I think if this game was free to play, I don't even think people would play it that much either, because just again because of the agenda. So, you know, what do you guys think? I think do you think that people would have still paid $40 for the game if they didn't try to push an agenda? Do you think people wouldn't have paid $40 for the game? Do you think that they would just ignore the game because they had so much more free-to-play games that are similar? You guys let me know. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe.